repairs just to stay in service. We cannot continue to operate in this manner. You know, people ask me all the time how so much money can be spent on our roads and we don't see proportional improvements. That's why. It's not being spent on the roads. We're way overspending on repairs and other things, again, trying to keep the old and battered equipment we have simply working. We don't need 7 plows, period. Our goal moving forward will be to maintain a fleet of 5 plows, 4 of those under warranty with a 5th one as an emergency backup. Many other towns, you know, with nearly the same number of lane miles that we have, maintain and function with this same number of plows. The key is to not let our plows age to the point of diminishing returns on resale. Through our state program, we are allowed to purchase equipment at reduced rates, which in turn allows us to sell that equipment in about a 6 to 8 year range, recouping most of our initial investment. But that ship sailed a long time ago over there. These plows are all outdated, and the amount of money we could recoup from them now is minimal. Once established, we will have a constant revolving door of plows under extended warranty that will be moved out before they age into expensive repairs or lose their value on the resale market. The biggest question is, how do we get there from here in the shortest amount of time with the least amount of financial stress? We still have to maintain our roads. We have to, you know, cover the recent debt that we have incurred. It makes it less appealing to seek out, you know, more large purchases. Currently, I've spoken to the truck company that we're currently dealing with, and they have brought numerous purchasing options to my attention. Moving forward, we're going to have to address every single one of these and decide how we want to go about it. Whether or not we get into lower payment purchase plans, or we continue to utilize the CHIPS program. Every single one of these options has ups and downs, and now, you know, we just have to figure out what the best way is, you know, moving forward. We use CHIPS money to buy a plow, then we have to keep that plow for 10 years. It's a catch-22 everywhere you go. You don't use CHIPS money, and then that money has to come right out of the budget. It's going to be, you know, it's not going to be an easy path to take. So CHIPS money for every plow is obviously not a long-term solution. We have to come up with some sort of sort of maybe a blend, a plan of some kind. I spoke to Jake earlier. He is 100% on board with the same idea. He said he has been, you know, suggesting this for years. We're going to be sitting down this week and starting, you know, to hammer this stuff out and just get it on paper. And again, that will be presented to all of you as soon as we have, you know, our best guess, our best estimate as to how quickly we can do this, how feasible it is, and what the actual, you know, expected outcome, you know, would be. I do know that we don't have a choice moving forward. These invoices are out of control. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in repairs every year on those aging trucks. We just cannot do it anymore. That money alone could go towards, you know, new plows and be much better off, you know, for everybody in the future. It's not going to be a quick fix, you know, that's for sure. We don't have the funds to just go out and buy a whole fleet of new plows. I wish we did, but you know, we're going to be working with this together. Jake and I are starting again, like I said, as early as this week, and you know, stay tuned. We will keep you posted on whatever progress we make. For right now, we're going to continue what we can and what we will continue to do: ditching, grading, you know, everything we have access to right now: ditching, grading, packing, you know, and working with what we currently have while establishing a plan for the future. Okay.
Carol from Hobart on Border Road. I just wondered, can you deplete the highway department in Bennington and can Wyoming County take it over?
So let me let you know how well that suggestion would go over. You know, I think it would be a resounding, you know. Now, that's not fair to Devin, that's not fair, you know, to say, he's been more than gracious to, you know, sit and talk with me, and he wants to help, he's willing to help. Everybody is, nobody wants to see us, you know, in this position, but short answer, yeah. It's that won't be what happens, would be my guess. John, your concrete here?
How many yards?
Your concrete's probably dry, dude. It's like 9:30.
So, yeah, right, the repair bills that you're just showing,
Yeah.
are the maintenance and repairs done in-house, or are they sending us? So why did they spend $700,000, and I don't know the exact number of that building, but if they're not doing their own maintenance, you know what the hourly rate is to work on a truck that big? I'm gonna say.
Trust me, I do.
I'm gonna say 400, I don't know,
Yeah.
I so long.
Trust me, I do. That's it, John. That's it in a nutshell.
So why aren't they doing some of their own maintenance?
They do a bunch of stuff over there, they do. Now, they're the highway department, you know, we're not paying them to be truck mechanics as well. That, you know, in all fairness to everybody, everywhere, you can't do every job, they have to be working and doing their own job without having their, you know, to have 6 hours underneath the truck. And there's things they just can't fix. Those trucks are enormous and, right, insurance-wise, it would be very difficult to us to have people without certification working on safety parts and things on the trucks. But the bottom line is, it's just a very depleted, very old fleet that costs us unbelievable amounts of money just to keep them running. They are down all the time, and it is the vast majority of our expenditures to an extent that is hard to believe. So, it's not sustainable, it's not an option, but it's more than that. We're doing more than that. We're going to review all of our contracts. We're going to make sure we're getting the best prices on absolutely everything. And if we're not, we're gonna get the best price on absolutely everything. You know, we've started the spending control, you know, as much as possible. Jake and I are working together on that constantly, and it's not easy when he just calls me and he's like, man, you know, the truck's down. I can't leave it down, you know, we can't do that, but we also cannot have a $10,000 repair 3 days a week. You know, we can't continue like that. It's impossible. We have to get out from underneath that. There are numerous towns who I talk to, and they're like, I do oil changes and brakes. That's their expenditures. We've got high six-figure expenditures keeping that fleet moving. We can't do it. It's impossible. That's where all our money is going. It needs to not go into the trucks, and it needs to go into the roads. But
Oh, it's like catch-22, can't put the truck to do the work unless the truck is working.
welcome to my world. Right, that's a problem we
So
have to
there's
solve.
one of two ways
It's
to
not
change
gonna be an easy solution. I'm not, trust me, I'm sure I don't think anybody's getting the impression that I'm gonna snap my fingers and this is all gonna go away tomorrow. This is a decades-long decline that we're trying to remedy here, and we're gonna do our best, and we're going to, you know, get out of it as fast as we can. And once we get out of it, you know, then we sail, because we will not have this anchor around our necks anymore. And all we have to do is maintain it. Keep that constant flow of 6 to 8 years. When that truck hits 6 to 8 years, gone. by. That's it. We will have them all on a time schedule. We just gotta get there. Easier said than done is what I would assume. But we're trying, that's the goal. Jake and I are in lockstep on this. Number one priority by far. That is that. So some county updates, the comprehensive plan survey, do we have that in the back? Okay, from the county. Wyomoko Park Grant Purchase Plan, we have submitted the grant, we have not heard back as to whether or not we receive the grant funds. When we do, Board of Supervisors will then vote to purchase. We will not be purchasing the park if we do not receive the grant. If we receive the grant funds, we will then decide as to whether or not to purchase Wyomoko. Speedy Cow is coming down the pike very soon. They're sending me shirts and all kinds of stuff to for launch events and things, so it's coming very soon. Again, Mr. Schrader tells me, June, maybe July for coverage. I've also heard that Spectrum is already offering like half off, yeah? You guys hear that?
They sent out a notification about it.
Right.
They're getting
So,
notice. But here's the
well, I
problem,
mean,
Mark.
I'm not advising anybody to do anything, but just make sure, I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just saying, if you sign up, just read what you're signing, make sure, that they're not, getting you into a couple year and then it's gonna balloon back up, check all your options, and Speedy Cow there is no proration, there is no nothing. You get to try Speedy Cow for a month, I believe, don't hold me to that.
Yes, it is.
I believe you get to, try it for a month, decide if you like it, if you want it, if you want to keep it. And then at any point in time, if you decide you want to cancel Speedy Cow, I'm using today as an example, May 13th, you want to cancel, they're not going to stick you and say, well, it's the middle of the billing cycle, we're going to burn you for the whole month of May, you're going to pay for it. Your bill will be prorated to that day, and you can join right back up whenever you choose. So,
On that note, I think the highest plan is $79.99.
I think that's correct.
And it goes all the way down
And
to
there's
like
income, there's
$29.99.
income sensitive plans all the way down, I think $14.99. Our website has, just click on the Speedy Cow link, takes you right to the everything, all your information, and, plans. Here's something else. So, when Speedy Cow goes live, the town, the municipality, we then get free broadband. So what do we figure? What is that about?
$6,000 a year.
Right,
Holy
so
cow.
$6,000 a year. I know I just threw all those ugly numbers at you. $6,000 a year, you're like, yay, but, I'll take one on the right side of the column for once, okay? So, I mean, that's nice for us. So we will be able to then alleviate that cost from the town, both here, highway, take advantage of maybe some savings there and do, some upgrades.
Are they offering that to all municipalities,
Yep.
free service?
Correct.
For how long?
Dee, is that for life?
It's the same price for ever?
No, to the municipalities is free forever. The rates are set right now, they're again on the town website, you can click right on them. Whatever, honestly, I'll be 100% honest with you, I don't know off the top of my head, I don't remember if those rates are fixed for any number of years, but that's, the current rates launching are, available on our website, takes you right to the Speedy Cow, information page. Okay. Any other business to come before the board? Yes, sir.
Camp Wyoming, what is that gonna do for Bennington, Camp Wyoming?
What is it going to do for Bennington?
Yeah,
So it will become a county park, so everybody would have access to that park.
I got 27 acres, I don't wanna go to the park, I don't wanna pay for a park. I'd rather have that on the tax rolls helping pave the roads.
So you wouldn't be paying for it, the park is going to be purchased through a grant program. The funding would be a grant for the purchase of the park, as well as improving any amenities. There's some extra money in there as well for closing costs and all that.
The grant
From-
comes from state money?
Okay, so
You interrupted me first,
I
sir.
did not, sir. I
You know,
absolutely did not.
You do it constantly.
Okay,
What's the grant money, from the state?
correct.
That's tax money. I paid that
I
too.
understand that. I understand
So
that.
your explanation is not correct. It is tax money.
It's, are you saying county tax money or tax money in general?
All of it.
I
It's
mean,
all of our money in the first place. It isn't. No matter what money you get from the government, it came out of my pocket, his pocket, your pocket.
Right. Yeah, that goes for almost every aspect of life, though. I mean, if you want to stretch it out that far.
Well,
I'm-
he's voting yes
I'm
for
not.
it, so it is the forum. It's on the agenda.
I just mean for taxes in general,
Well, no, I'm asking him why he's voting yes. What benefit is it to the town of Bennington?
Well, just because you have 27 acres doesn't mean everybody else does. You
Well-
get to enjoy those 27 acres.
Yeah, exactly. You see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now, if I speak up, I'm gonna be the bad guy again, and you're gonna say I'm interrupting you, but this is what we're trying to avoid.
This has nothing to do with my question.
I'm trying to explain to you the crosstalk between residents is what we're trying
Whatever,
to.
I won't talk to her. You answer my question. You do this to everybody in this meeting so far.
Would you like me to answer your question?
Sure.
Thank you. You will be able to attend the park. It will become a county park for all residents to enjoy. There is all kinds of amenities at the park that are not available to Bennington residents currently. There's tons of acreage, there's tons of trails, there's tons of buildings, there's water to fish in, there's all, and the options are endless as to what to do with the park. And it will then become our responsibility to then manage that.
We'll have to
There-
pay for it.
So, sir, do you want to interrupt me? Or
Yes.
You're, okay.
I've seen you do it to
Okay.
everybody in the meeting
Yeah,
so
all
far.
right. So, motion to adjourn?
Adjourn, I motion.
We're
And
gone.
just so everybody knows for Facebook Live, the assessor has had less than 2% grievances both times that he's done anything, and this man's trying to get him fired. The supervisor.
Good night, sir.
I have a question.
You're doing an outstanding job.
Thank you.
It's gonna be a fun couple of years.
So, what is the setback that we're trying to, what do we want the attorney to establish? We don't want to set the precedent.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And you want to have a zero setback. So, well,
Everybody else has a zero setback.
Can only do what you I hope so.
I want to get a legal.
I'm very You too, nice to meet you.
So, what I'm wondering is, I mean, what's the town attorney gonna say? If we establish a zero setback, I don't think we can do it for one person.
That would not be good.
What I need to put in there.
So, yeah, we can, put parameters on it to individualize that one so everybody else does.
Make it harder so the vote sounds good. This is just that you want to prep here.
When do you come by?
I'll text you, after you make the meeting or whatever.
I mean, is it like coming up in a few days? or-
Yeah, I think it's Thursday.
Okay. Um,